What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Sorry if I'm late. Handling some business in the house right now. Let me turn the sound off. Didn't realize I had the sound on here, but we already started, man. We got 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Once again, I apologize, man. We are doing a full watch along. I got a little bit distracted from a few things, but I'll talk about that in a second. I don't really want to talk about it. Well, I got to talk about it for a second. But so far so good. Good action, good NBA action so far. Knicks up 19-17. I didn't get a chance to see anything what's going on. So right now, so far, Julius Randle's shooting the leather off the ball. He's 3 for 5 from three already. So it seems like the Knicks might have had a team meeting or something about these threes and stuff. Tom Thibodeau said he wanted to see more threes, so that's what we're probably going to get tonight against a team that's top heavy. They have a lot of big men down there. One of the guys are hurt. I actually like what the Knicks did with Jericho Sims, starting Jericho, because Hartenstein, we need the help off the bench, man. So have Jericho start the game, give a little hacking and whacking and stuff like that. You can deal with that, and then go with the sub, to try to preserve Hartenstein in the beginning of the game. So I get it. Hartenstein is more used to coming off the bench too with our team right now. So when Mitchell Robinson comes back, Mitchell Robinson will be able to slide right into a starting spot and everything should be fine. So that's what's up. Julius Randle right now is on fire. Talking about a heat wave, man. The motherfucker hasn't shot a good jump shot all year. 3-point shot has been off all year. Tonight he's making up for the whole entire season, man. So, I really like these. I don't know, are they called statement jerseys? I really like the statement jerseys Knicks have. These navy blue and orange. I only got one jersey here, man. I would like to get another one. So I'm thinking about getting another one. But, I'm not into any names like you guys know. So I would like to try to figure out what I can put on the back of the jersey to make it more on brand and stuff for the Die Hard Knicks podcast. Because like I said, I don't care about none of these players. Shout out to everybody. When we got Kristaps, they bought. I know I got a friend of mine, man. Shout out to him if he's watching. I know he bought a whole bunch of jerseys, man. Spent like 500, 600, a lot of money on these jerseys, with Kristaps on it. And then as soon as he got them, Kristaps got traded. You know what I'm saying? So it happens, man. So I don't care about these players. These players come and go. I see them come and go so much in this life, man. So it is what it is. So the Knicks are the Knicks calling a timeout? Somebody called a timeout. I'm not sure if it was the Knicks, but it's 22-20 in the first quarter, 3 minutes and 34 seconds on my clock, guys. So I apologize if I'm behind or anything like that, but I'm working the stream. So it is what it is. So let me get this together here. I'm gonna move this up. Yeah, sorry for being late, man. So we got Geraldine as always here, man. Shout out to Geraldine. We got Rob Bracey. What's good, man? What's good to the host, Eru? What's up, man? And what's up to the team chat? Hope the Knicks get a good win tonight. That's what's up, man. Maybe the best avatar, in comment history, I think, man. Mr. Rob Bracey. That's dope. Thanks for tuning in, man. This is I think this may be the second or third time I've seen you on here. So definitely appreciate you, man. I do a lot of talking, man. Guys are amazed about how much I can talk to myself, man. It's my personal superpower. I like to talk, man. This is like for those that know me, I'm going like for those that know me, I broke my toe, right? I broke my toe, so I've really been hurt this whole time. Guys, see me at the Knicks game. I had on Crocs, for Christ's sake. You know how embarrassing that was for somebody that's into sneakers that had to wear Crocs and had my foot up and stuck because my foot swelled up on me. At the game and stuff, man, but I had to get there. It was my first time going outside, so I could not miss that. I could not miss that opening night. I did pay for it, but it's getting manageable now. I'm ready to go back to work, and I'm actually going back to work tomorrow, man. So, all the early podcasts that I was doing a couple weeks ago, that I won't be doing that anymore unless I'm off or anything like that. So you won't be seeing me during the day. It is what it is, but you will be seeing me at night. I'm gonna post a schedule of some podcasts that I would like to do. So hopefully, God willing, that if I have the energy with all the work that I be doing, I put a lot of hours in at work when I'm working. So hopefully that I'll have time to do all the stuff that I want to do. So I have a lot of ideas, man. So we'll see if I can make it happen. This for this winter. Yeah, man. So yeah, so that's what's up. Let me say what's up to everybody else. You did it again. Not bad for a first time fan. Yeah, I'm so anxious to do a fantasy podcast. I wanted to do one yesterday. I couldn't do it, man. I had some stuff to do with my kids and some family, some other stuff too. Just grocery shopping basically at night. Kind of took the wind out of me all day, all week, man. All week has been something, but something having to do with my family and stuff like that, man. So I got to take care of home first before before the podcast stuff, man. So I hope you guys understand. But things seem to be calmed down a little bit in the household, so I can have some more free time to do some more stuff around with you guys, man. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me and just dealing with everything that's happened with me, man. That's what's up. Shout out to Holcomb. What's good, Holcomb? Some of you guys, some of my favorite guys. Mike K is one of my favorites too, man. Randall's such a goof. He is, man. They all are goofy, man. I get it. They all weird. They all goofy. But I love the Knicks. I love the Knicks more than I love any of these players. I love the franchise. I love basketball. RJ Barrett with a bullshit ass a floater to nowhere. Wide open 3-point shot. He'll make that. Yep, he made it. So for all, I mean, he's really, if you want to be funny, he's a volume shooter. Randall is really a volume shooter. Not Randall. RJ is a volume shooter. It's just like he's not going to impact the game with the way that he scores or anything like that. But if he shoots enough of them, he'll eventually make enough of them, and then he'll get his 20 points, and people think that he's the greatest thing. But he's a volume shooter, and he's not good. Just now, he just had a 3-point shot, fairly wide open, misses everything. Misses the whole rim and everything, and which causes a fast break, which allows the Timberwolves to get a layup. So I mean, these misses that he has, that they're misses that are in such a way that are just bad. They're just bad for the team. Because like I said, he shot the 3-point shot fairly wide open, but he didn't hit anything. So it allowed the Timberwolves to get out in a fast break. You know what I'm saying? It's just no good. Julius Randle faked the 3, pulls up, wets it. Man, that motherfucker is hot as hell. Ooh, baby. You gonna break the franchise record in the first quarter, man. It's crazy. So that's all I'm trying to say. Every time he misses a bullshit ass layup, it's because it's so bullshit. Nobody's in position to get the rebound. So then the opposition gets the rebound and they end up getting a layup on us. And it's just not good basketball, man. It's just it kills us every single time. So a lot of times, RJ Barrett, when he does stuff like that, it causes the Knicks to go down on a 7-0 run out of nowhere, real quick. 7-0 run real quick. And then the blame goes to Tom Thibodeau because Tom Thibodeau, is not doing a good job coaching. But how could he coach if guys are playing this way? Just now, Julius Randle was dribbling. RJ was looking right at him, and he passed it to RJ, and it went right through his hands. It's like, come on, man. He's got to get the pass to him. RJ has to be ready for it. Of course, the problem is always the passer. It's always the passer's fault if they pass it. But if my man is standing right there and he's looking at me and I'm passing on the ball and he just goes out of his hands, out of bounds, what can you do? Now here we go. Minnesota got the ball off a stupid turnover. They had a dunk, but they mishandled the pass there. So it is what it is. Yeah, I am just not an RJ Barrett fan at all, man. I don't care what nobody says. I could see where he could be good. I remember him in Duke. I thought he was going to be great, man. I thought he was going to be great for us. As a number 3 pick coming out of Duke, the way that he played in college, I just thought that he was going to be so great. But he really isn't. He really isn't. Regardless of how many 20-point games he has and stuff. I was talking badly about Obi Toppin early on in his career because, we had to figure out what he is, Wow, I mean, you could have called that a travel. You got currently the town was trying to drive on a Euro step as a center quickly with a nice floater there, baseline floater. Very good. Yeah, man. I lost track of what I was saying. But just back to RJ, you just think that he was going to be so good, but he really isn't, man. He's a volume scorer. I was talking about Obi. Okay, so when Obi first came in here, I was a little upset with Obi because I was expecting him to be Amari Stoudemire. Everybody saw Amari Stoudemire when you looked at his highlights, but once he got into the NBA and he started playing around people, in his peer level and in his skill level, now you notice that this guy is light in the ass, man. He's light in the ass. He's not strong. He doesn't rebound well. He doesn't play defense. He gets pushed off very easily. You could put a point guard on him and they'll be able to keep him out the paint. That's crazy to me. But through that, you find out what he is good at. The dude has an unbelievable motor. Super energy on the court. He has a good basketball IQ. He knows how to play. He has a couple things that's wrong with him. I hate when he points and gets mad when guys don't pass on the ball. I hate when he points in the air for alley oops. I wish he would just play and let the passer do what they're gonna do, because he's influencing the passer with those antics. So now I believe that Obi Toppin is a small forward. He's a legit NBA small forward. So now, if you want to compare him, look at the person guarding him, number 17. He just missed a 3-point shot, but look at the person guarding him. Is that Prince? Is that his name? Number 17. Number 17 is an NBA small forward. Do you see him fighting on the inside with Hartenstein? Is that him? No, that's not the guy I'm looking for. I'm looking for Prince. So number 17, that's actually a big man. That's Mr. Nad Reed. But Nad Reed is more of a tweener between a power forward and a small forward. He's more of a tweener than Obi Toppin. He's definitely stronger than Obi Toppin. He should be playing power forward because he can muscle on the inside and stuff like that. Obi Toppin cannot do that muscle stuff. So I mean, let me get my second window here. It's Prince, and I know Prince is playing for Minnesota. Let me get that together. I don't know if anybody's watching, anybody's paying attention at the moment, but let me see here. Get these stats up here on my phone. Yes, it is Prince, right? You guys talking about Prince? It is Prince. What's his name? Not Tayshaun Prince. His name is Taurean Prince. So check out Taurean Prince and look at him compared to Obi. They're very similar. Prince seemed like he's short, like he's shrunk. He's 6'6". But the way that Naz Reid just drove down and dunked it, Obi Toppin doesn't do that. Obi Toppin doesn't drive on guys and dunk on them. He dunks when he's wide open, but he's never going to drive in and dunk it, on somebody. He's never going to do that. He might do it once this season or maybe twice, but in an 82-game season, he's not going to do that very often. Drive, put his head down and bang it on somebody. He's not going to do that. He doesn't have the strength to do that. But if you compare him to Prince, that's essentially who he is. So Prince is number 11. He's just guarded quickly just now. Quickly just shot a 3. No, I got it wrong. There's number 12. So I mean, these guys look the same, man. Not for nothing. But number 11 is Prince. If you put them next to each other, him and Obi look very similar. He looks bigger than Obi, but he's shorter than Obi, which is weird. It's just very weird, man. Yeah, he does play offensively like a small forward. Defensively, who is he guarding? He can't guard power forwards. You can't ask Obi Toppin to guard a center. You can't ask him to guard a power forward. He just can't. Let's get the score up here. Like I said, I started late because I got myself distracted. Me and my wife were talking about some stuff. Like I said, I got to go back to work tomorrow, man. So there's a lot of confusion going on in here. I got to get myself back together. I forgot what it is to work. I've been out so long, man. I literally broke a bone. You know what I'm saying? I broke a bone in my foot. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a while for it to get back. So I am back now. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to work. I'm not ready to be getting no, what do you call bench press. I'm not ready to get a max in my squat or anything like that. But I know that I'm ready to go back to work. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff I got to prepare tonight. The kids too. Dad has been home this whole time, so it's really going to be difficult for me to get back in the swing of things. It's going to be difficult for everybody too, because I've been doing a lot of stuff for everyone since I've been home. So it is what it is. Man, it's not easy, man. It's not easy being a grown up. Not easy being a grown up. So that's a good segue, man. Because it's not easy being a grown up. When you're growing up, all you know is what your family told you. All you know is what your mom told you. All you know is what this, that, and the other, right? You might have picked up some bad habits too along the way. You might have picked up some words that you might have heard somebody say. But as you become an adult, you realize that you shouldn't be saying certain things. You realize for yourself, at least you're supposed to. You realize that certain habits are not for you. So I'll use this, say like vegetarianism. I'm a vegetarian. I didn't learn that from anybody in my household. I just came to that conclusion that vegetarianism is something that I want to do because I did not want to be a part of the wasting food. Wasting meat, wasting products made from animals. Why should an animal die from my consumption if I'm just going to throw them out? And then I'm going to throw them out with a hamburger made of cow, wrapped in a bacon from a bacon burger. with you just go down the line. You know what I'm trying to say? So I just did not want to be a part of that anymore. Working in food service, I used to dump out pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds of food at the end of the night. From people that just wasted their food or just didn't eat it, or just whole trays that we never served to anybody. Just food that goes to nowhere. As Fournier here, Fournier gets bodied. So what did they call there? I guess he fouled, and they're gonna call a clear path foul. So I mean, for those that keep complaining about Fournier, Fournier is a trash bag. Yes, he is. Absolutely, Fournier is a trash bag. But Fournier's coming off the bench now. He's barely playing any minutes. So he is where he should be. So you can't get so mad about a trash bag. He's a bench guy. He's a bench role player right now. He's not somebody that we're relying on to get any heavy offense or anything like that. So it is what it is. Yeah, but as I'm trying to say here, man, if I can use my platform to do that, because other people are using their platform for what they want to use it for. But my thing is, as you grow, you learn. You know what I'm saying? As you grow, you learn. Thank God I was brought up in Brooklyn. Thank God I was brought up in Brooklyn. The only Puerto Rican in the entire neighborhood. The whole East New York. I felt like I was the only Puerto Rican in my section, East New York. You know what I'm saying? So if they say, yo, that Puerto Rican guy with the basketball, they were talking about me. And at the same time, I'm conflicted because my mom is black, and then everybody that's in my house is black. My pops was not living with me growing up. You know what I'm saying? But my pops was involved in my life, but at the same time, it's conflicting stuff. But it's stuff that you have to learn. It's stuff that nothing my parents can teach me. Something that you have to figure out on your own. And people will tell you. People will tell you stuff, and you learn stuff in school. I went to Catholic school. If anybody wants to know. You get to learn stuff and you ask questions. People can't answer your questions. You find out the answers. If you don't like the answers, then you just remove yourself from the situation. I learned that as a young person. As a young person growing up in a terrible neighborhood, East New York. It was great for us because it was like the Sandlot for us, but the surrounding neighborhoods was not like that. So you get to learn a lot. The street smarts and just knowing what to say, when to say stuff, when not to say stuff. Know who is what, who is who's gonna hurt you, who isn't gonna hurt you. You figure that out really quick. I feel I'm glad that I was brought up in those situations because you learn. I'm glad that I grew up around West Indians, Trinidadians, Bajans, Haitians, Jamaicans. I grew up around all those guys, man. So I got a different understanding of religion and things of that nature. I decided to lock my hair, back in the early 2000s, based off of conversations I used to have with a Rastafarian on the block. Used to have all kind of conversations. I used to talk to him about my Catholic religion. He used to tell me about Rastafarianism. We used to read together stuff. He used to give me stuff, and we used to talk about stuff. I let him borrow some of the books that they gave me, and it is what it is. You learn from each other. Did I become a Rastafarian? No. What was the purpose of me growing the dreads? Because it's an understanding that I came across that I want to develop as a human being. So I think that's what's missing in the conversation right now. Because Kyrie Irving, for everything that was going on with him, all he did was share something, but him sharing something and not being articulate enough to being able to squash it. He just standing on his high horse like an asshole that he is, and he kind of deserves what's going on with him right now. He deserves it because he had an opportunity to unite, and he chose to stand on his high horse like a fucking bitch. Hey, look at me, look how smart I am, look how rich I am, this and the other, look how important I am, but he missed an opportunity to unite. And he did not. He just put fire on one side and threw garbage on the other. 43-29. Knicks are up. So it's good basketball. I'm watching you guys. But like I said, people have platforms and they ain't saying a bunch of wild stuff on their platforms. So I need to say what I need to say. Yeah, whether you like it or not tonight. 45-29. So right now I'm looking at the Timberwolves. Why are we losing? They have zero defense. They're not even trying to push up on the Knicks, which is food in the bank for the food in our mouths for the Knicks, man. The Knicks are not doing a good job playing defense neither, man. We're still leaving 3-point shooters open. But the difference is that these Timberwolves are not. not shooting these threes in rhythm. Against Boston, against some of these other teams that we played, these guys, those guys were shooting threes in rhythm. Right now, the Timberwolves are scrambling. So if the Knicks could continue to keep playing the way that they're playing, then we'll be able to do the same thing. We should be able to beat these guys because they're just simply not in rhythm. Right now, all it takes is for these guys to get any kind of rhythm, get some shots within their offense wide open, and the Knicks probably going to get smacked. That's a God-given fact right there. But we'll just have to see. Wow, bad pass by Anthony Edwards there. I'm at the 9:18 mark, guys. So Fournier got a steal there. Here goes Obi top him, wide open 3-point shot. Amazing. 3-point shot. Unbelievable. So the Timberwolves hit the timeout button on the controller. Knicks are up right now. What is it? 48 to 29, I believe. Yeah, man. So shout out to all of these websites that I use that don't work. You know what I'm saying? I'm right now. This is Google that you see on the screen for the actual score. That's Google. So I'm refreshing it. It's still in refresh. So I guess they're gonna wait and see because it wasn't the end of the game or the end of the shot clock. So that should count. So I'm gonna have to definitely switch. So I'm gonna try to switch as I'm talking to you guys. Hey man. So anyway, we're here for basketball. We're not here. We're here to get away from the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like I said, I'm only talking about. I'm only, having this conversation with you guys because I feel like I have to. There's people out there that like to give, they like to, sit on information that they have no idea what they're talking about. But they're gonna try to make it seem like they do know what they talk about based off of what they heard somebody say. So let me throw this at you. How many people from the civil rights era or from the Jim Crow era got themselves lynched and hanged from a tree based off of what somebody thought they said or because of an opinion that someone said that you agree with, but you don't even know if anything is true. You don't even know if it's true, but all you know is that I'm just gonna go along with what's happening because that's what it is. That's my people. That's what they said. They said it, so it gotta be true, right? Everybody's saying it, right? So if everybody's saying it, right, so then it makes it good. So let's talk about Emmett Till. You want to talk about Emmett Till? Everybody knows about Emmett Till. If you don't, look it up. Emmett Till. If you haven't looked up Emmett Till by now, then you're just an ignorant fuck. But let's talk about it. Emmett Till, a kid allegedly he got himself lynched because they said that he whistled at a he's a black kid, not even a grown man. He was a little kid, teenager if you want to say that, whistling at a white woman. So the guys got upset. Whatever she lied because eventually she said that nothing happened. It was all a lie. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, everybody believed it. You know what I'm saying? So the whole town or whatever, a group of people, got together, beat this kid beat this kid to death. Okay, where his body was unrecognizable. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why anybody knows what it looks like because the mother wanted the casket to be open so everyone can see what these people did. And nothing happened to these people. Nothing happened to these people. A child was murdered, and nothing was done to these people because they felt justified based off of what someone said and what people believed happened. And they had no idea that it happened. They had no idea if it happened or not. And they took the law upon their hands, and the government did nothing. The local government did nothing there, and the national government did nothing too. You know what I'm saying? But we got some people here, Knicks content creators out there that are talking about this, and they're saying, well, everybody's saying it. I don't need to read the book. I don't need to watch the documentary. Everybody's saying it, so it is what it is. I'm standing up for my people. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? So you know how I do. I want to say it so bad, but I'm not gonna say it. And you guys are everybody. I need to make T-shirts. I need to make T-shirts that say it. But everybody that watch this channel and you follow me and you know what I'm going to say, you know what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to say it, because the Knicks are winning 50-31. So anyway, I think that might be the last thing I'll say about that. And well, one more thing. I just need to say that I say this all the time, when it pertains to Knicks news and the way people give out information. There's people out there, on Twitter, that cover the Knicks all the time, Knicks Twitter and stuff like that. You know, they put out content and stuff, but a lot of the content they putting out is really like what do you want to call it? Culture vulturing, shock stuff, you know, to try to get attention, you know, this, that, and the other. Okay, cool. You know, everybody, there's a lane for everything. You know what I'm saying? But there's other people too that are fraudulent, how they go about themselves. Everybody knows what they did, you know, but somehow, you know, even though they did something, and a lot of people know what happened, they still following these people. You know, they keep building followers and stuff like that. You know, and it's just really just everyone just following because they want to be down, you know, to tell you the truth. But you know, my thing is, you know, when it comes to anything in life, you know what I'm saying? You have to find out or look and see what's going on for yourself and believe it. You know what I'm saying? Believe it. You know? Thanks for playing good defense there. So good defense by Jericho, Obi Toppin, and Fournier there. And Obi Toppin drives in there. You know, they call it a blocking foul, but that was probably like close to traveling and offensive foul by Obi Toppin. So my thing is basically, you know, if I can round it up, it just you know, real recognizes real. You know what I'm saying? Support people that represent who you are. Doesn't have to look like you, but when you hear things, don't forget it. Don't forget that people are saying stuff. You know, don't forget it. You know, don't just simply keep following somebody because it's the popular thing to do. You know what I'm saying? If you hear something, if you see something, believe it. Believe what these people are saying. You know, and you know, put it together with the Knicks content. Okay, cool. I like his Knicks content, but he's saying this other shit. Don't forget that he's saying the other shit because that other shit and the Knicks shit are go hand in hand. A person is an asshole all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that somebody could be an asshole with one thing, but they could be nice at another. No, I believe that if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. You know what I'm saying? And then my thing is, what makes it even worse that people are assholes, but they try to front like, okay, no, I'm a good person. No, you're the asshole. So nah, man. You know, I think Mr. Eru is probably the most straight shooter you ever see on the internet, man. You know what I'm trying to say? You know, I've been very consistent how I am because there's no reason. There's no how else could I be inconsistent with the way that I carry myself on this channel. You know what I'm saying? But the other people, not so much. I keep trying to tell you guys to talk like this, and then, yeah, thank you for tuning into the channel. Blah blah. Oh my God, the Knicks are so great. You know, to watch those guys, man, because their voice changes when the topic changes. You know what I'm trying to say? So anyway, my voice will never change. It will always be the same, no matter what's going on. Anyway, I feel good. You know, I feel good. I had a cold for like almost 2 weeks. You know, ever since the first game of the season. I feel good today. You know what I'm saying? I've been working out, like I said. For those that have been following, I've been working out with the Die Hard fitness challenge. I haven't put out any content yet for it, but this week I will. You know, like I said, today I got this up here. So we're on Monday. For those that don't want to know, we're doing push-ups and arm curls and extensions. And I started late today, so I'll be doing arm curls and extensions once we get out of this podcast tonight. And I knock those out before I go to bed. So listen, man. You know, follow me on. Make sure you subscribe and stuff. If you want to know what's going on, I'll be posting stuff in the community tab. So I did post this actual pad picture here. I posted this in the community tab. So look for it, and you can keep that with you. So this is actually going to be the last week for tonight. You know, so if I don't know if anybody wants to double up push-ups with arm curls and extensions, today, and do the next part. You know, I will be this will be the last week for this particular workout. So starting next Sunday, I will develop another plan for the next 2 weeks, and we'll knock that out, man. So we're gonna keep on getting better. How do I feel? I feel slimmer. I feel much more clearer. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm fucking hungry. I tell you that. I'm starving because, like I said, I'm eating 1,800 calories, which isn't that bad. But considering the fact that, like, what if you looked at what I was eating before, I was eating close to 4,000, 5,000 calories, sometimes way more than that on certain days because I was just eating out of my mind. But I'm eating more conservative now, way less than a normal person, maybe about 400, 600 calories less than a regular man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to change that. Like I said, I got water. You know, I'm still drinking soda. I don't drink liquor, so you got to bear with me. You know, I'm not drinking liquor, so that's one thing that's scratched off for this year. But I can't give up the diet soda, man. I know diet soda's no good. but I'm still drinking diet soda. But I'm also drinking seltzer. I'm drinking a lot of seltzer. So I'm making changes, man. And I just hope that like, if you're not following vocally following, if you're following within spirit, I hope you guys can continue to build with me because I plan like for those that wanna see updates and stuff. I'll be posting pictures from that day one from the Knicks game. I look like I just came home from jail, man. You know what I'm saying? I look like I just came home from jail. I'll post the pictures. There's two pictures that my guy from Knicks OnlyFans sent me that I look like I literally just got out off the Rikers bus. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's crazy, man. I need to get myself together. Just definitely not healthy. Yeah, man. So I'm doing the best that I can. It is what it is. So listen, man, I'm glad the Knicks are playing good, because we're up 60 to 66 as D'Angelo Russell just hits a three. We got 6 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first half here. So I mean, the body language is a little bit different now. I don't know, the Knicks had it rolling, but it looks like the Minnesota Timberwolves got a chance to set up. So Brunson just misses a three. Here goes Towns with his corny ass doing an animated rebound. But Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell just drove in on two defenders, and I believe they call a foul. So slowly the momentum is changing. I know Jarrell doesn't like that, but slowly the momentum of the game is changing. Where the Knicks are not as bouncy, they're starting to lose. The Knicks are going to make some substitutions because guys don't have it anymore, as Tom Thibodeau should. But we have to be careful here to see what's going on here with this. The energy is definitely low. I wish I can hear the crowd and stuff. Shout out to Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is a guy that he needs to get himself together. 15 minutes right now, 2 points at the moment, 1 of 4. He's sweating his ass off. So, I mean, Karl Anthony Towns called him out a couple weeks ago about his nutrition. You really do got to get your nutrition together. Because like I'm trying to say, I've only been working out basically 2 weeks now. By the end of the week, it'll be 2.5 weeks that I've been working out. And just from these lifestyle changes that I've been making, I feel great. I've been walking up the stairs and stuff, to trying to get extra stuff, and I'm walking up the stairs with relatively no problem. Trying to build up the strength of my foot, that type of thing, trying to get strong, and I feel better. I feel so good. It goes Karl Anthony Towns with a nice up and under layup there, very nice. He's a very finesse player. So I mean, they're on a mini run right now because they were down. The Knicks were up 60 to 33 when I took a peek there. Now the score has ballooned up to, as spoiler alert, 43 to 63. So, I mean, the Knicks are still up by 20. So what am I talking about? But listen, man, that's how we lose leads in this league. You know what I'm saying? Falling asleep and letting guys come back. 20-point lead right now by the Knicks and the Timberwolves, man. This is great. Good stuff. Jarrell is always lurking, man. That's what's up. Just don't suck. Yeah, my guy, man. Definitely. So let me do this while we're here. Knicks up 63 to 41 on my clock. I know I'm way behind, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Like I said, hit that like button while you're at it. You know what I'm saying? If you want that to change, hit the like button. And that's one thing. If you want to talk about standing up for what you believe in and stuff like that, man, fuck these cable companies, man. I know I need it for cable and stuff like that, and I needed to watch the Knicks. But there's a lot of things going on with these cable networks that I don't agree with, man. So I choose not to support them. You know what I'm saying? I choose not to support them. So I do what I got to do to get these, to get these pods and stuff up. But when it comes to supporting, I just don't support. Shout out to the New York Post. I haven't bought the New York Post since forever, since I was in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? I haven't bought the New York Post. I've been boycotting them since I was in my 20s. So that's about 20. So I would say about 15 years I've been boycotting the New York Post. You know what I'm saying? I haven't never bought it, and I refuse to click a link, and I block people if they keep sharing certain articles. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. Am I doing anything? Anything? I'm doing something myself. People should have stopped supporting those publications years ago, man. Once I find out, that I couldn't take it anymore 15 years ago, I'm looking at my mother and I'm looking at my father that they still buy those publications and wondering why the fuck are y'all buying these stuff? You know what I'm saying? Stop bringing me the paper. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? And then I have to tell them why I don't agree with it. But, then still I keep seeing the New York Post in their house. So it is what it is. You can only lead people to water. You can't lead a horse. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink, right? Isn't that what they say? It is what it is, man. Like I said, I'm a vegetarian for my little beliefs that I have, right? So it is what it is. Vegetarian for a reason. You know, and I tell people, if people ask, I tell them exactly what's on my mind. Why I don't eat meat. I give them my answer. They look at me like, okay, you know what I'm saying. So maybe me saying, okay, would help them to not to turn be a vegetarian, but just become a better person. Get the understanding of why somebody's doing something without joking all the time. Oh, you fat. People like to say the F word. Talking about you're not a real man. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't eat meat. Real men eat meat. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know, but it is what it is. You must learn. You must learn. So anyway, Randall's still arguing. He just pat the referee on his ass. That's crazy. Oh man, I can't wait to get into the stats, man. Some interesting Knicks stats in this game here today. Yeah, man. So it is what it is. Yeah, man. So here's another thing too. So since everybody's listening, let me shout out to my mother-in-law from my dad. My dad remarried. So I have a stepmom, right? So the stepmom, her sister passed away. So they're gonna be going to Alabama, to bury the sister and stuff. So the thing that happened with that is that, she was sick anyway. She was on dialysis and stuff like that. But you can live a great life being on dialysis. You know what I'm saying? So they talk to each other every day like the real sisters do. And then she talked to her while she was in the hospital, because I think she went in the hospital because she wasn't feeling well. So they made her go to the hospital. So she was going to be released. So she talked to her a little bit. They had their cackles and stuff. And then they called her a couple hours later and said she passed away. She passed away in her sleep. You know what I'm saying? So, life comes at you, man. Life comes at you, and you don't get a lot of people don't get no perspective, until something happens to them. So then when they say, "Oh, my grandmother died," meanwhile the grandmother was 90. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're gonna die anyway. So I mean, it's not a shock. 90 something years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's about enjoying the time that when the person was alive. You know what I'm saying? And understanding that the person was old, probably going through stuff. You have to have some kind of understanding. You know what I'm saying? It's another thing entirely when you think someone is okay. You think that they're fine. You think they're gonna go home. You spoke to them. You were just laughing and joking about something. And then little did you know that was your last time you ever spoke to them. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go through things like that, you start to realize that some of the stuff that you argue with people about, or that you feel strongly about, maybe you don't feel as strongly about it anymore. Like the Knicks. You know, something can happen to you where you're like, you know what, I can't deal with this anymore. I can't deal with this. I got to pull myself away and get myself together. As RJ Barrett on the inside was able to muscle in a nice little pump, layup right at the rim. 67 and 45. The Knicks really needed this though. The Knicks really needed the release. You know what I'm saying? The release of getting up on a team like this. As they should, because this is a very soft team. They're not very strong defensively. You can see that they don't communicate with each other as well as the Knicks do. So as long as the Knicks play their game, I always talk about instilling will. We should be able to instill our will on this Minnesota team. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not strong. So that's also a metaphor for life. Instilling your will on somebody. You can instill your will on somebody and force them to do anything that you want to do if they're not strong. You know. So right now the Minnesota Timberwolves are losing because the Knicks are instilling our will on them because Minnesota's not strong. You know what I'm trying to say? Boston bust our ass last night. Shout out to Eddie House. If anybody heard what Eddie House said, Eddie House basically broke it down. 3-point shooting. The Knicks, Tom Thibodeau is a fraud with the defense. Saying that the team is not good. They're sorry. They're not as good as us. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Eddie House knows all about that instilling will. Based off the way that he played in Boston back in the days and in his NBA career. He's all about bullying. If I can bully you, and you're gonna allow me to do it, then it is what it is. You call it for how it is, right? You know what I'm saying? But you have to develop your own strength. not someone else's strength, or not based off somebody's misguided opinion, and you're just going along with it because everyone else is going along with it. You know what I'm saying? You need to stand up on your own too, with your own opinions, own strength. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have everybody to stand with you, and then you're standing there by yourself, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if you could stand with the group, and you're just standing behind a group, and that's your strength. But what happens if you're standing alone? You still got the same strength. Salute to Big Task. Big Task at hand. He changed the name there. I like that. So Walter, what's good, Walter? Say what's up to my people here. Walker Randall comes in and starts taking shots. He should absolutely. So I mean, that's what happens when you up. When you up, you start to get cute. You know what I'm saying? So the Knicks could get cute tonight, at least for now, because like the Minnesota Timberwolves, they just don't got it. They just don't got it right now. But buyer beware, man, because I mean they can really they can score. They got some scores on the team, so they got some people that we could be afraid of. So the Knicks have to keep their foot on the gas. We can't let it go. Yeah, man. So thank you guys. Big Taz, hope all is well. Yeah, man. Thank you for the condolences. California, Obi Sims, Brunson IQ went up by 27. Yes, that must be said. Two guys, one guy that nobody wants on the squad, right? Sims is a guy that nobody's thinking about. A lot of people were crucifying IQ a while back. You know what I'm saying? But these guys together, Tom Thibodeau, he does talk about groups. I'm trying to find the right mix, trying to find the right group of guys together to get it done. So, I mean, sometimes it'll be a ragtag group that you never think of that will get it done. You know what I'm saying? So you really gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, man. Thank you for that. Yeah, man. Impose your will. Impose your will, Mike King. Impose your will. And when you do that, be prepared to defend yourself or be prepared to listen. You know what I'm saying? If you impose your will, be prepared for somebody else to step up and impose theirs. Either have a conversation, walk away, or you can have at it. As a thinking man, what's the best way to go? 70-46, man. 2 minutes and 28 seconds in this thing. I can't wait to get to the halftime because I didn't really get a chance to really look at the numbers, man. But wow, this is incredible. The Knicks are really smoking these guys. Smoking the Timberwolves pack here in Aurora, in Aura.com. Aura.com, whatever that is. Look it up. Advertisement on the Skrezane and Carl Anthony Towns pump fake, drives, kicks it out to Doc Rivers, boy. No layup, no good. He falls down. They call a foul. I didn't see no foul. Shout out to the kick game. The kick game while we watching the Knick game. I was trying to get the fabulous lyrics there. But there's a lot of cool kicks out there, man. A lot of cool kicks, a lot of funky colors and stuff. We got to get RJ a new stylist, man, because I mean those kicks are just not doing it, man. I wonder if they're comfortable. I got to try them because I mean I feel like Pumas make very good basketball sneakers, man. To tell you the truth, they really make really good basketball sneakers. So right here, I'm using Yahoo Sports, man. Shout out to Yahoo Sports for the nice colorways here. Got 71-48, beautiful colorways, nice design. I like to use the NBA.com one because they show the other scores out there. But right now, NBA.com is not working properly. I'll use it for the numbers, but it doesn't show the score right now. I don't know why they don't do that. All the Knicks with the knack. Shout out to Clyde. Go Brunson lost his footing, never lost his dribble. He goes Cam Reddish in the corner, no good for the three. Here comes Doc Rivers. Austin Rivers. Here goes Anthony Edwards on the left-hand side. He's trying to go with a full head of steam. Brunson was there in time, but they called a blocking foul. So he fucked his ass up. He slammed him right to the ground. But I think Brunson was moving. So we got Anthony Anthony Edwards gonna shoot some. Yeah, he was moving. He wasn't there. He was blocking. You can't step in front of somebody. You can't do that. That's not defense. He had him on an angle too. So maybe if Brunson would have stopped a little sooner, it would have been better. You know, if he stopped a little sooner, but him going the extra step, that's what messed him up there with that foul. So 71 to 50 to 49. It should be 50 if Edwards makes his free throw. Shout out to Tom Thibodeau making these substitutions here at the end of the half here. He always sticks Rose in there with like a minute left. I don't really understand that shit. Watch the time. He usually puts Rose in towards the end of the second quarter with like a minute 45. Once it gets under 2 minutes, he puts Rose in the game. I just don't understand it. I don't understand. He does it every game. Julius Randle going against Austin Rivers, and he decides to make an off-balance jump shot. And he's looking for the referees to give him a foul. But you got Austin Rivers on you, fam. It was Anthony Edwards cross-court pass to Austin Rivers, going to shoot a three right in Randle's face. He misses it. Here goes Rose pushing up with the head up. Gets it to RJ. Already got the head up. Looking to nowhere. Gets it to Rose wide open in the right-hand corner. No good. He knuckleballed that, man. He definitely didn't have his the grip on the ball. He had eternity. He should have got his feet set and got the good feel. He goes Anthony Edwards with a nice little pull-up. No good. It's one-on-one basketball. He goes Julius Randle dribbling the ball up the court, being guarded by Anthony Towns. Julius thought about driving. He didn't. He goes Derrick Rose, going to set his feet that time. That should be good. Nope, off the front of the rim. The Minnesota Timberwolves got nothing going on, man. They got nothing going on. He goes number 4, driving to the basket. He does make the layup on Derrick Rose because nobody else converges on the Knicks defense there. 71 to 52. We got 44 seconds left in this first half. We're going to get into some halftime stuff, man. Yeah, man. I'm going to make some changes for the next game. We'll see what I can do if I can get it done this week. You go RJ dribbling to the left. Kick it out to Julius. Julius has been really good from 3 today. He knocks down another one. So, Julius Randle is literally gonna fix his 3-point percentage tonight. He's 6'9". 6'9" for 3. He's gonna fix his 3-point percentage in one game tonight. Cam Reddish guarding Prince. Prince almost pulled up, but dropped the dribble. Got Anthony Edwards top of the key there, waiting for Karl-Anthony Towns to slide over to give a pick. Is ridiculous. Pick and roll. They threw the pass. He wasn't ready. Shout out to Obi Toppin for the steal, and RJ is able to get a nice fast break layup. That's RJ's bread and butter, transition plays there. Good defense by Cam. So definitely good that the referee swallowed the whistle. But 76 points at the half, wow. Wow, man. 76 points at the half. That sounds like the second half is going to be a roller coaster, man. I hope the Knicks, that third quarter, that third quarter def is something that's real. We've been scoring 12 points and whatever in quarters, man, 16 points in quarters, while the other teams are getting 32 and all this 36. You know what I'm saying? So coming out of halftime, we got to be very careful. We got to be very careful. Absolutely, man. No league is safe in the NBA, man. Anything can happen. Guys get lazy on one end and guys get hype on the other end. Next thing you know, the motherfuckers are caught up. So we got an eternity, I should say. Eternity in this basketball game. Yeah, man. So let's pop this up a little bit, drop it down to about 125. Let's get this popping. Right on the right-hand side, guys, we got the quarter for quarter line scores. We got 38 in the first quarter for the Knicks, 29 for Minnesota. They matched it 38, but Minnesota went down 23. So we're kicking their ass, man. But at the same time, they scored 52 points, and the Knicks have 76. So one thing I got to remind you guys, this is 2022. This is not 1988. Not 1980, 1990, say 93. When teams weren't scoring a lot. The Knicks are actually averaging close to 118. I believe 118 points a game we're averaging. You know what I'm saying? So that's the NBA now. Playing defense is not holding teams under 100. They don't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? If the Knicks are holding a team to under 100, best believe the Knicks got close to that. It doesn't mean that the team got blown up by 40. No team is really scoring under 100 unless both teams is just a low-scoring game. Let's check out the shot chart. I always love the Knicks shot chart. I always rave about it because the Knicks do a great job of utilizing the entire floor. So I love it, man. The Knicks are taking good shots all game, good rhythm shots. Our transition, I would like to see our transition points. But we've been doing good transition-wise, finding the open man. Guys are shooting a lot of threes today, and we're also making a lot of threes, man. So shout out to the Knicks there. Look at Minnesota. Minnesota's on the right-hand side. Their shot chart is decent, too. They have a lot of missed threes there. A lot of these shots were very lazy, man. Nobody's really shooting with any vigor. They kind of shoot out there like they're just trying to get through the day. Like they just trying to get a sweat. So if you want to talk about teams that might be looking to trade people, Minnesota might be one of those. But I don't know if I want anybody from Minnesota if they're gonna play so like ass like this. That they have to be motivated, together in order for them to do well. So right now, the biggest lead right now is 27 for the Knicks, five for Minnesota early on. Our longest one was 13 times tied. Two lead changes five. Man, it doesn't really matter if the Knicks been up by 27 as much as 27 tonight. Take a look at the right hand side. You got the what do they call it? Team comparisons. Knicks on the left in blue, 76 to 52. Rebounding wise, about even, 25-26. Assists, you could say it's about even to one. It's gonna be 18 to 15. Steals, Knicks have 8 steals, just because Minnesota's been so lazy, man. Knicks have been doing a good job getting into passing lanes and catching the ball as soon as they catch it. Knicks have been able to get to the spot before Minnesota. So that's what has to do with some of their steals here. Blocks is 3-1. I would say that's about even. Because I think the Knicks got caught a couple times and just got stuck. Where we were able to get blocked. Look at the turnovers, 5-12. That's the game right there. 5-12. So I mean, Minnesota got to figure out how they can protect the ball better and how they can pounce on the Knicks. Right, just by their body language, they look like they're not even ready to play. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going to happen in the halftime. Then maybe they'll have a conversation. Are you trying to win this game tonight, or are you just trying to party tonight? What are you trying to do? So if Minnesota shows up and they feel like they want to try to win this game, it could be an interesting second half. We'll see. Knicks shooting 51%, 44% from three, 91% from the free throw. That's not so bad. You know what I'm saying? If the Knicks can get their percentage down to like 45 or whatever, that's about on average for what they do. If the Knicks drop this down to like maybe 34, 35, for 3-point percentage, that's about on brand for what they do. So don't be surprised if these numbers go down. But what's important is that these numbers on the right hand side from Minnesota don't go off the charts. If they go off the charts, the Knicks are going to be in trouble. Let's check out the 3 keys here on the bottom here. You got points in the paint on the right hand side. Can you guys see that? I don't know if I made it big. Yes, I did. I did make it big. Pause. Let me get this here. We got points in the paint, 24-20. It's about even. Second chance points, 9-0. Minnesota's just not working out there. They're not trying to get second chance points. One shot is up and it's just dead. 17 fast break points to 11. That's the key right there. So I mean, the Knicks have been really running the fast break a little bit more than normal, especially with that group. Shout out to, I forgot who said it. Shout out to somebody said it. He put it out. There you go, Mr. Walter Torres. He did say that this is the group that was out there that caused a lot of that those fast break points there. So shout out to IQ, shout out to Fournier, shout out to Obi, Sims, and Brunson. All was a part of that nice little run there to cause a lot of those fast break points, man. So it is what it is. Timberwolves suck. Are they more talented than us? Yes, I think they're more talented than us. Talent and effort and coaching and leadership and all that stuff, all that comes into play when it comes to winning in basketball and in life in general, man. The game of basketball and sports in general is a metaphor for life. So if people don't like that I'm talking about life and stuff like that, or if you don't like what I'm saying, then it is what it is. Life is here, whether you hear it here or not. That's the whole point with the whole Kyrie thing. A lot of people don't want to hear that bullshit. They call it bullshit. I don't want to hear that, man. I want to talk about basketball. But at the same time, people are not allowed to say stuff or promote or share stuff that could be perceived as promoting something that's hurting a whole another group of people. You just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So since he did do that, let's get some context to it. Let's find out what's going on. Let's have a conversation. Let's learn. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't choose to do that. They don't choose to learn. They choose to continue the same rhetoric like Kyrie is guilty of. You know what I'm saying? And what a lot of other people are guilty of. But it is what it is. Shout out to D'Angelo Russell. He's on one of my fantasy teams, and he's been playing really bad this year. He's constantly hurt and stuff like that, so he might be hurt. That's why he's not playing so well. But at the same time, he got 11 points and three assists. If he finishes the game with 22 points and 3 assists, that's good for me fantasy-wise. But that doesn't mean that his team is winning if he scored 20-something points. Same thing with RJ. If RJ has 20-something points, it doesn't mean the Knicks are going to win. I think that like the last game, I think he had like 29 points. And it was like the worst 29 points I've ever seen. Same thing with D'Angelo. A lot of people say D'Angelo Russell, if he scores 30 or whatever, it's like the worst 30 points you've ever seen. And that's essentially what RJ is. He doesn't score in times when it's needed. If you want to compare it to baseball, I mentioned that the other night. It's one thing you get a whole bunch of home runs, but how are you when the game is on the line? If the game is on the line and you can't produce, what the fuck are we talking about here? Shout out to Jaden McDaniels, role player. Not much to say there. Kyle Anderson is good. I like Kyle Anderson, but role player. nothing much to say there. These guys are just gonna fill up the stat sheet, do little things here. They're not really gonna do much else. Thank God that the Knicks are not letting guys like this blow up tonight. Shout out to Karl Anthony Towns. He's another guy, just like D'Angelo Russell. Exactly like D'Angelo Russell. He's the big man version of D'Angelo Russell. Karl Anthony Towns, as great as numbers as he has, when it comes down to it, they say Karl Anthony Towns can do these numbers again for the next 5 years. History is going to say that he was one of the greatest centers to ever play the game. Don't get mad at me. Just look at the numbers. People are just all they're gonna do is look at the numbers and see Karl Anthony Towns, and they're gonna put him up there with some of the greatest centers to ever play the game because he will have the numbers to match. You know what I'm saying? But he's another one of those guys that, he just like, I'm just like tired of that cat. He's not gonna get it until he gets old. I don't know if he has any kids or anything like that. Wait till he gets some kids and stuff and really start living his life. Then he might wake up. But I mean, he's not going to wake up now. There's something wrong with that cat. Anthony Edwards. It's like they drafted the same guy. Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and D'Angelo Russell, personality wise, is exactly the same. Karl Anthony Towns can get off, go crazy. D'Angelo Russell can get off, go crazy. Anthony Edwards also can get off and go crazy. And I was joking around with the guys. Would you trade Anthony Edwards for RJ? You know what I'm saying? Based on the way that Anthony Edwards carries himself on the basketball court, hell no. Talent-wise, he's more talented than RJ Barrett. But just everything else that RJ Barrett brings to the game, Anthony Edwards just doesn't have that. He does have 5 rebounds tonight for one. He got 1 assist. He does have 3 turnovers. He's just not playing well at all. He's just playing out there like he's just trying to get through the day. Shout out to everybody else here. We got Jalen Noel, it's a backup. Taurean Prince, another backup. Jordan McLaughlin, backup. Naz Reid, just a bunch of role players. Austin Rivers is a career roles player. Nothing but role players here surrounded by the big three, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, and D'Angelo Russell. So anyway, based off the way they've been playing, man, I can't see Minnesota coming back yet. I really cannot see them coming back. If they come back, then the Knicks are in trouble. So I mean, it's games like this that makes you feel good. Because if you look at the standings, let's take a look at the standings as we're here. Let's take a look at the NBA standings. My mouth is dry as fuck, man. Whee. Do a lot of talking tonight. Minnesota 9-1. 9-0. Cleveland 8-1. You got Boston Celtics 6-3. Atlanta Hawks 6-3. Toronto 6-4. Washington 5-6. So the Knicks are 4-5. You know what I'm saying? If we win tonight, we'll be 5-5. You know what I'm saying? So we're swimming right now. This is the playing area. This is where we'll be swimming all year. I don't know if we'll ever get up to the 5th and 6th place here. Maybe if we make a trade. Or if the Knicks could put together a string of wins against some mediocre talent, maybe this might be able to be pushed up a little bit. But unless we make a trade to clean up something to improve the roster, I can't see us really getting into this playoff area. But 7, 8, 9, I can see us hanging around 7, 8, 9 the whole season. So we're more than likely going to be a play-in team. Shout out to the Brooklyn Nets. They might end up getting themselves together, or they might end up blowing that team up to hell. The Brooklyn Nets might end up blowing that team to hell. Shout out to Indiana Pacers. They've been playing well. They've been playing with a ragtag group of guys too. They might make some trades. The Bulls, they got to get it together. They got a lot of injuries and stuff. So their fire might be burning out a little bit, but they could possibly move up as well or stay there around there in the play-in area. Shout out to the Philadelphia 76ers. There's no way in hell that they should be 4-6, but they have injuries. If Harden and Embiid is not playing, they really don't have a leg to stand on. Miami Heat is starting to feel their injuries and stuff like that. Even though they play well, as a team, they might have spent money in the wrong areas. Spent too much money on the wrong people and didn't really improve the team. So that's why they are where they are. But I mean, they're a veteran club, man. They might be able to put it on, as the season goes on. So you never know. Charlotte also dealing with a lot of injuries. So there's quite a few teams here that can push up and push the Knicks down. But like I said, if the Knicks can continue to build and possibly make a trade sometime to clean up some of the clutter that we have and maybe improve the roster with a player or two, then maybe we can talk about moving up. But there's some teams here that are very shaky here. You got the Brooklyn Nets, like I said, Philadelphia, Miami, Charlotte. All 4 of those teams can bypass the Knicks and push them out of the playing area and back into the 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 area. I would hate for that to happen, man, because I hate losing. But if it gets to a certain point, I hope the Knicks start to think about it. Because there's certain players that we have that we don't need. You know, if you're not going to pay these guys, then we need to dump them. You know, maybe get another player or something like that. Maybe get some draft picks for some of these guys. You know, Julius is who he is, man. But you know, if you get to the point where we're just not cutting it, certain guys aren't cutting. Even RJ, guys like RJ, you know, if these guys are just not the guys that you want on the roster, they're just not improving the way that you need them to improve, or you know, wise, whatever. Then maybe we need to be sellers when the time comes. You know, we'll see. I don't want to. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want the Knicks to progressively win, to progressively get better. You know, so I'm more along in the lines of consolidating some players and getting better. I'm more along those lines. You know, so that's where my head is with the roster. So I mean, you know, I always root for the Knicks to win. You know, shout out to Evergreen. Me and Evergreen was talking about the Knicks losing, man, lose so we can fire the coach. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up to think about, to play like that. You know, to talk about it like that. It's no good, man. You can't really do that. You know, but you always got to play to win and talk positively and keep that thing going there, man. So anyway, what's going on here? You have to keep basketball playing. You have to keep playing, sharing the right. Absolutely. Garbage. You realize these players are elite, and elite you can't do what they can do. Almighty. You know, so, like I said, some of you guys watch me all the time, listen to the bullshit that I say, man. So you guys know the context with things, man. So you know, somebody came on here. It was last game, I think, and I freaking went off on the person that said that. So I said, you know, they said it, and then they threw the grenade and they walked out. They didn't respond or anything. They just threw the grenade in the room and closed the door. But it is what it is. You know, I used to play basketball. You know, there's nobody vouching for me neither, man. That's how competitive people are. They say, yeah, you was all right, man. You know, so man, I used to bust your ass all the time. No, you didn't. This, that, and the other. Man, you couldn't even do it. I'm like, really? Really, we doing that? But there's no tape, so I can't prove it, man. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you know, like I can't wait to these like 20-year-olds become 40-something because they'll have video and they can prove it. They can prove stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when we were coming up, you know, shout out to Jarrell, shout out to Kareem, you know, shout out to Mighty Finesse, a lot of you guys, man. You know, when we were younger, man, we didn't have no video. You know, if somebody had a camcorder, it was like, make that camera on my face or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But now cameras are everywhere. So, you know, 40-year-olds, about in 20 years, when these 20-year-olds become 40, there's going to be a lot of footage, and they're going to be looking back like, damn. They're gonna look back and be like, damn. You still got that video? Motherfucker, it's in the cloud. Motherfucker, it's in the cloud. Let me see if this NBA thing is working. Knicks are back on the board there. Wow, RJ just drove a layup to nowhere. He hanged in the air for a second and was looking, and just kind of threw it over his shoulder. Look at this drive. Good pass by Brunson, man. But look at that layup. God, please go in. And it went in. So let's see if I can get this score up here. Shout out to RJ. Yeah, the hair is cool. I kind of like the hair. It looks like he got a Kango sign on the back of his head. So they go. The NBA.com for some reason will refuse to show the score. Look at that. Look, see the error message, man. Fuck you guys, man. You guys are messing up the flow. So I got to get rid of NBA.com and I got to go back to Yahoo, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to go back to Yahoo. 79-52. I'm at the point now where I want the Knicks to beat these guys by 40. You know, let's beat them by 40 so we can have something good to talk about in New York right now. You know, there's too much stuff going on across the water, too much nonsense. That's trickling down into everybody else's conversations, man. Let's let the Knicks beat these guys by 40 so Sports Center and all these freaking jackasses out there can have something great to talk about tonight. You know, he goes Brunson. Same pattern and move. Well, he traveled. He slid the pivot foot a little bit, but that's all right. You got Anthony Edwards releasing. Good defense by Cam Reddish, but Anthony Edwards was able to still score there. He's looking at the refs, asking for a foul. You know, suckers do that. You go Brunson on the left-hand side, being guarded by D'Angelo Russell. Gives it to Sims. To Barrett, back to Brunson, top of the key. Gives it to Julius Randle. Julius Randle being guarded by a little guy, and he decides to do a step-back three-point shot. Almost makes that. Here goes Anthony Edwards. So listen, the Timberwolves got a little bit of energy right now. You know, Karl Anthony Towns, he may not have traveled. He goes D'Angelo Russell shoots a hard jump shot there. That'll be Minnesota's ball. RJ's arguing about who is it off of, but it was RJ. It went off on RJ. You can't argue that type of stuff. Look, it went off of RJ's hand. Stop arguing. Just play. Okay, we got to switch. Good that because Cam Reddish told Jericho Sims to get out of there, but he stayed down and was able to block the shot. So good block by Jericho Sims. What messed him up is that he tried to spike it down, which caused a bad play there. So good defense there, but him coming across the body is where the foul happens. So look at the out of bounds play there. It's debatable, but it looked like it was out on RJ. It's not something to argue. He's standing right there. Look, why are you arguing whether it's out or not? You're not going to win that battle. You're not going to win that battle. So 58-79, Minnesota has a little steam going on here, but it's an uphill battle for these guys. Jericho Sims is coming out too quick, man. I feel like maybe it's the foul situation, but I think Tom Thibodeau took him out a little bit too quick there. Especially with the Knicks up by so much, man. Just take him out. He's not the one reason why we're losing the game. So to pull him out after 2 minutes, that's not right. You got to let him stay out there a little longer. It was RJ. RJ to nowhere, back to Julius, back to Brunson. Brunson to nowhere, doing a little shifty moves there. Comes across the lane, drives on the left-hand side. Bad pass there to Hartenstein. Hartenstein saves it, threw it over his back, step back, three-point shot. Got to go up because the shot clock was running out. Cam Reddish gets it down. And what are they calling here? I don't know what they call him. Maybe they call him 3 seconds. Shit is whack. Tom Thibodeau does a little bit. I mean, he watches the game too stressed, man. I know you want to win, but you being all grumpy it's not gonna make anything happen out there. What is you saying? Anthony Edwards is a baller? I don't know, man. He's a baller. Shot caller. 20-inch rims on the Impala. It goes RJ shot the three with confidence. Bang, bang, motherfucker. So are we going to get the RJ that was in preseason? Because I've been talking dirty. About RJ, man, this season. Currently, the town's traveled. But, during preseason, I was calling RJ Larry Bird. Remember? So I'm calling RJ Barrett a garbage bag. But if you remember in the preseason, I was saying that RJ was Larry Bird. He's also a volume scorer. Just now, he just did some bullshit there, missed the layup at the rim. Wow. Julius Randle just gave up on the play because he wants to argue with the refs. Unbelievable. See, this is how you lose leads. Julius Randle gave up on the play to argue with the refs. Take Julius Randle out the game. Julius Randle need to come out the game. You want to punish Jericho Sims for not playing well? Look at this. Look. Take Julius Randle out the game. Just off of that alone, right? But Tom Thibodeau is doing this. So that's what Tom Thibodeau wants to do. Tom Thibodeau wants to complain about fouls, but Julius Randle literally gave up on a play and gave up a layup because he chose to break the game and argue with the refs. So I mean, if you're gonna call a timeout, I don't know who called the timeout just now, but Julius Randle needs to be pulled. Because you pulled Jericho Sims for whatever reason that he didn't do something you like, but you leave Julius Randle in the game. You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy, man. Unbelievable. Trade for OG Anunoby. So I mean, like there was some rumors that Siakam is supposedly on the trade block. I don't know about that. Siakam is a good player. So I mean, like, would they trade Siakam for Anthony Davis? I think that's something that they might try to do. I don't know about Siakam, but OG Anunoby, I think that's the guy that needs to go because I mean, the other kid that they picked up in the draft, he fills the spot. They got him playing power forward, but they have a lot of guys that they could possibly play. Over this. They got Siakam already. Like I said, I can't get the kid's name at the moment, but you guys know what I'm talking about. He's a draft pick from last year. They got Siakam over there. They got Precious over there. Precious has been playing really good. He's a guy that I got to see a lot when he was in high school, man. He's a really good basketball player. So shout out to him. All these guys are playing well over there in Toronto, so they can get rid of somebody. So I think OG is the guy. Even though OG is a homegrown drafted guy, what I'm saying, he's really good. I would like to get my hands on OG. Pause. I'd like to get my hands on him. He's a guy that if he was on the Knicks, he would be a 20-point game scorer. Scotty Barnes. Thank you very much, man. Amadi finesse with the Scotty Barnes. But OG, I think if he was on the Knicks with the way that we play, I think that he would be like a 20 point a game scorer. But he would be playing in the spot for Cam. Will we trade Cam for him? That type of thing. So adding OG will give a little bit more toughness because OG is a really good, in between player, really good post player, very good muscle. He's a lot of muscle. So between him and Julius, we'll have a nice little fist that we could just bang on people during the game and stuff. Add Mitch Robinson to that mix. Add Hartenstein to that. That adds to it. So especially coming off the bench too, maybe we might be able to get away with putting Obi at the 3 because OG's there. OG can play a little bit of 4 too. So it's good stuff, man. I really like OG, man. OG I think will be a good addition. He shoots the 3 pretty good too, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I'm with that. I'm definitely with that. Getting on your hands on OG is crazy. Is this another ridiculous trade Randall podcast? Nah, man. Nah, I'm not like that. For those that Nick Yak, I haven't seen you here before. I might have seen you before. I'm not exactly sure. So excuse me if I haven't seen you before. But see the jersey in the back? Diehard Eru, number 18. That's the only jersey that I own in modern times, if you want to say that. In my modern era as a grown man, that's the only jersey that I've ever owned. Because I refuse to buy jerseys because I don't support these players. These players come and go. I don't have any Knicks that I'm fondly of. Patrick Ewing, of course. But am I like, would I ever buy a jersey for Ewing and rock that? John Starks, I was a big fan of John Starks growing up. I would wear a John Starks jersey just because I was a kid. Talking about high school, junior high school age, that I would have a John Starks jersey. You know what I'm saying? So the only jersey I hasn't grown up, excuse me, with the snap in here, is Anthony Mason. Shout out to Anthony Mason. Shout out to Marcus Camby. I think Anthony Mason was the last jersey that I got when I was underage. Marcus Camby, I believe I got that jersey in '99, and by that time I was already like 20 years old at that time. So I was kind of a grown man. So that was probably like the last jersey. Marcus Camby was the last Knicks jersey I've ever bought. So I would never buy a jersey with somebody's name on it. Never, ever. I don't care how good the Knicks are going. I would never do that. Only if I'm collecting greatest players or that type of thing. But I don't think I would ever get into collecting jerseys like that. You never know. You collect things throughout the years. Sometimes you start collecting, sometimes you don't. Like I collect Funko Pops now. For what the fuck is that about? You know what I'm saying? But I started collecting Funko Pops. So I mean, you collect things throughout the years for whatever reasons. You know what I'm saying? But I don't foresee me collecting jerseys, man. So you'll never see me rocking like another team's jersey. So it is what it is, man. So listen, I actually like Randall. But the thing with Randall, I like his craziness. But the reason why the craziness is no good is because he's our best player. If we had other players that can push him down the totem pole, then it works because the pressure won't be on him to do any scoring. He'll just be doing him, scoring within the flow of the offense, that type of thing, and let other people dictate offense and let him score in the flow. You know what I'm saying? RJ's not one of those guys that's going to take the ball out of his hands because RJ's a go with the flow player too. So the Knicks still need to get that guy. We need to get that number one guy. Let Brunson do his thing and get another guy in there to do most of the scoring. So right now, RJ's just dribbling for nothing with a floater to nowhere. Just garbage. We just don't have it. We don't have the right players. There's no use getting mad or whatever. Because Julius Randle was guarded one-on-one. See, that's the beauty of other teams. The scouting report is in. Don't double RJ. He can't score. RJ might end up with 30, but when it comes to creating offense, don't double team him. There's no reason to double team RJ because he can't score. Like Julius Randle, they don't double team Julius Randle either. He can't score. You want to see who gets double teamed? Watch when Cam Reddish gets the ball. Cam Reddish not even a scorer, but they hasn't been able to get loose because they've been double teaming him. They don't want Cam Reddish to find his truth. If Cam Reddish could ever figure it out, man, he's gonna be good, man. Because they're double teaming him and he's not even scoring. Because Julius bringing the ball up the court again, not even being double teamed. He goes on Brunson doing his thing. Nice step in. Oh my God. He drives, stopped on a dime, let the guy walk off him, and then just pull up nice and easy and knocks it down. Good pass there by D'Angelo Russell to number 6. Good pass there. So it's 89 to 68. Knicks still up by 20, man, 21. Go Brunson driving, and he was looking for Hartenstein, wasn't able to get him, but still was able to draw contact there, get the foul. Why does he get the foul? Is because he follows through with the shot. The reason why RJ and the reason why Julius don't get those because they don't follow through on the shot. Sucks, but it is what it is. Let me see here. Get your hands on OG is crazy, yeah, man. Let me see how much is the Die Hard shirts. The Die Hard shirts, man. Just look on you if you're watching on YouTube, right? Just look at the top. There's a store. It's a store tab. Just click the store tab. They got stuff on the store tab. You can also go to diehardknicks.com. That's also on the YouTube page. If you look at the top and to the right, there's a link. There's a link there to diehardknicks.com. So just take a look at the YouTube page. You can see everything on the YouTube page. Also, too, when you get to the merch page, there's links to go back to social media and links to go back to the YouTube channel. So everything's in the circle. So here we go. You got this Minnesota guy. He's wearing purple kicks, man. That's some funky stuff right there. It looks like he's wearing chewing gum. A few guys are wearing purple. I see my man Cam Reddish is wearing purple as well. Look at Karl-Anthony Towns, man. He has a good touch around the rim, but he's like Hey Poppy. You know what I'm saying? He's like that kid on the block from Dominican Republic that soccer was his real sport, but he learned basketball, playing in the States. Some good passing here for Minnesota, getting all the way to the rim, but they're not able to finish. He goes Julius Randle, full head of steam, driving, kicks it out to RJ. RJ shot in rhythm, air ball. Fucking RJ. Fucking RJ, man. If he's hit the rim, man, he'll make a shot, and then the next shot is a fucking air ball, But people only want to talk about, oh, look how great RJ is. He got 18. Like I said, I can't talk bad about him. He got 18 points, 7 for 13. Okay, 3 for 5 from the 3. 2 steals, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. That's a good game. He's having a good game. But, the real ones, no, man. This guy is he can't create his own shot. Every time he misses, we're in danger of the other team, going on a fast break on us. He goes on Karl-Anthony Towns. Yo, man, shout out to my peoples, man. Shout out to East New York. Shout out to everybody that if anybody's watching me from the East, shout out to my man Felipe, man. Felipe used to live on the block where we lived at. He's from Dominican Republic. He didn't speak no English. He learned English hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying? So he was the only other Spanish guy in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But he's Dominican, so he looked black. He look quote unquote looks black. Like I quote unquote look Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he was the only other Spanish guy in the neighborhood, and he played soccer. He played the fuck out of baseball, but he started playing basketball because of us. He could play, but he really got into it because that's the game that we played on the block. And so shout out to him, man. Shout out to my man Felipe. I'm just thinking about my boy Felipe, man. Hopefully everything is good. I think he's a freaking pilot out of all things, man. So it's great. If anybody knows a pilot named Felipe from DR, that's my guy, man. Yeah, man. So here we go. Knicks are just rolling here. The most important thing right now with the Knicks, we just got to stay healthy. Keep playing, run the offense, play, get a sweat, get a nice practice. Right now, the Minnesota Timberwolves are playing like the Knicks hired a rec league team to come in and play with them. Like St. John's. Like St. John's came in to play a basketball game against the Knicks. That's what's happening right now. Karl-Anthony Towns is chucking right now. So he's on a one-man show right now. He's been scoring a lot. He is trash, man. 75 to 93. But that's all you need. All you need is for guys like this to start chucking up threes and making shots. You go Tom Thibodeau is yelling. He's on the court right now. He's yelling at Brunson some instructions. So Knicks are running some offense. It took Brunson forever to get across the timeline. Wow. He took a pick by Jericho, didn't accept it. RJ just RJ. Look at RJ. He drove in, make a spin, and then lost. Whoa. Whoa. Here goes Minnesota. 3-point shot, Naz Reid. What the hell kind of shot was that, Naz Reid? So this is Nick. Why they call Nick's ball? That looked like it was on Karl Anthony Towns. Anyway, it's Minnesota ball, man. RJ. What RJ got? RJ got 18 points. He got 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Man, God bless RJ. Man, he is playing so good. What the fuck? That layup attempt was crazy. RJ Barrett, what the hell's going on, man? Yo, Almighty, man, I'm a little bit behind on the comments, man. Almighty, what's up with Funko Pops, man? You don't collect Funko Pops? Where's my Funko Pops? I don't have one over here right now. But I started collecting Funko Pops, man. It's my thing. I started doing the Die Hard Marvel channel. Well, that's another thing too. I got to get back into doing that, man. It's like, I have a lot of ambition, if you want to say that. When it comes to this podcast and stuff, I like to talk. I have an opinion about a lot of things. I like to talk about stuff. I like to meet people. I like to learn from people. I like to be around people that I'm not familiar with where I'm from. I'm anxious to show people that you don't have to be the same person from somewhere, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like some people are from East New York, Brooklyn, like me, and you're like, oh yeah, you from East New York, I can tell. But I want people like, you're from East New York? Yes, I am. Not everybody is not everybody is who you think they are. Because Julius Randle, he is a trash bag. He loves to do that. He'll make a move, it's to nowhere, and then he'll jump up and then throw the shot at the rim and look at the referees and please give me a foul. Oh man, Julius Randle, and RJ, those are our 2 go-to guys, man. And look at him going one-on-one. Oh my God, did you see the head move? Look at the pivot, look at the fake, look at the double pump. Oh man. Unbelievable. And you want me to get a jersey? You want me to get an RJ jersey? You want me to get a Julius Randle jersey? Oh no. What the fuck, man? Oh, yeah. Man, these guys, unbelievable, man. Yo, people really argue about these guys all day long. I saw a dude today. I was trying to save the tweet because I was going to show it on the show here. But this guy, he was talking about, oh, I'm tired of Julius Randle. We need to get rid of him. This. Yo, sorry, I'm fucking tweaking on the show by myself. I'm talking to myself and dying laughing. That shit is crazy, man. Could you imagine arguing about RJ Barrett? How RJ Barrett is so good compared to Julius? Get the ball out of Julius' hands and give the ball to RJ. Like I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's crazy. It's just so weird. People are fucking weird, man. Oh, we need to see more Obi Toppin. We need to get more Obi Toppin out there. Oh my God, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like I turned into the Joker or something like that. Could you believe it? Could you believe what people say? It's like, yo, we need to get rid of Julius Randle so we can get Obi Toppin out there. Oh my God. Yo, people say, oh man, Mitchell Robinson is the best center we ever had. Oh, he's gonna be a defensive player of the year one day. Yo, Mitchell Robinson gonna be a defensive player of the year. Oh my God, that is crazy. Yeah, I I got the giggles right now. I'm sorry. That shit is. Oh my god, that is so funny. Lord help me. Yeah, man. Freaking Mitchell Robinson is the best offensive rebound in the NBA. But meanwhile, Hartenstein averaged the same amount of offensive rebounds. Hartenstein averaged the same amount of offensive rebounds at the time, when people were making an argument. Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson both are averaging the same amount of offensive rebounds at the same time, but Mitchell Robinson is the best offensive rebounder in the NBA. Oh, we need to keep him out there because he gets the offensive rebounds, but meanwhile his backup is averaging the same exact amount. Yeah, I'm fucking snapping. Yeah, I'm snapping right now. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Mike. Mike just dropped $2, man. Julie is definitely in a better. He's in a better mood this year. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm literally snapping right now in front of I'm about to say national TV. There's fucking 15 people in this channel. I'm about to say national TV is 15 people according to my numbers here. Oh my god. Whew, unbelievable. So the Knicks are up. Let me see. I mean, the score is not even refreshing. I don't know what's going on here with that. I don't know why that's not refreshing. Whew, not as refreshing as that laugh, man. I tell you, I needed that laugh, man. It is so crazy out in these streets. It is crazy in these streets. So I'm going to screen record that whole segment and chop it up. That should be funny. Man. Welcome to the Knicks podcast, man. You want to see some fun? You want anything can happen on here, man. Anything can happen on the Knicks channel. I tell you. I literally lost my mind just now, man. I just can't believe it, man. I'm glad my regulars, Geraldine, shout out to Jarrell. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the pain. The pain. Yeah. Did I put me? I forgot to do something. Freaking catching an asthma attack right now, man. Freaking wheezing right now, laughing so hard. Yeah. If you can't see the difference between missed defense and Hartenstein, I can't. What are you talking about, man? Oh my god. Whew. Whew. Lord help me. Yeah, I get it. I can say that Mitch Robinson plays defense, but I can say that Hartenstein plays defense too without dissing Mitch, right? But why do I got to say Mitch plays better defense than Hartenstein, and then I'll have to diss Hartenstein because of that? I don't get it. Let me say it again. I'm gonna try not to laugh, right? But next year, they were saying that Mitchell Robinson is a good offensive rebounder. We need him out there because we need those offensive rebounds. But shout out to Hartenstein because at the time when people were saying that, they literally were averaging both at the same time 4 offensive rebounds a game, both of them. The difference is that Hartenstein, I believe, was averaging 6 defensive. To I think 2 defensive for Mitchell Robinson, or whatever the stats were at the time. Good steal by Quickly. Obi Toppin almost pulled that 3. He goes Fournier was wide open. Taking the pick there, gives it over to Rose on the left-hand side, pulls up for 3. No good. Number 6 has been playing decent, man. I'm watching him. I don't know if he's getting the stats there. His name starts I can't even pronounce his name. Was he a starter? I don't know. Number 6, he's actually playing decent, man. I like his floor game. I don't know if it's showing in his stat sheets or not. Number 10, fakes it over, backs gives it up to number 6. He pulls up. Is that what is his name? Number 6. I can't see it, but I think he's been playing pretty good. Wow, Obi Toppin just pulls up a 3 on the left hand side. Excellent. So yeah, man. If you watch Hartenstein, right? If you watch Hartenstein, whatever, and you're watching him, do you think he's playing bad? Do you think he's playing bad defense? Right now, if you want to talk about defense, right? The Knicks have 101 to 76 right now. Do you think Hartenstein is contributing to defense? Do you think he's contributing at all to the defensive end? Hartenstein playing better offense away from boards. Mitch is better defensively and scoring around boards. That's inaccurate because he's better at scoring around boards, right? So we're talking about getting all 4 offensive rebounds a game. So how much points does Mitch Robinson get scoring off those offensive rebounds? You know, the maximum that he can get is 8, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Mitchell Robinson is averaging 8 points. You know, so we're talking about a guy that's scoring off of offensive rebounds, and we're talking about him not even averaging double figures or anything like that. You know, what are we arguing? That's why I was laughing. And like, what are we arguing about here? You know what I'm saying? Hartenstein playing better offense away from boards. What does that even mean? Hartenstein gets a lot of his points standing there right at the dotted line in the paint. He scores a lot of his points in the paint. He gets a lot of putbacks as well. You know, he gets his turn getting dunks and layups on at the rim. You know what I'm saying? All I got to do is pull up the shot chart and prove that to you. You know what I'm saying? I could show you when both players are playing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I could even go from game to game and just watch the stats from each player. So it just says, you know, whatever you're saying is bullshit, and whatever I'm saying is the right shit. You know, because I don't have to. I'm not talking out of my imagination. I'm talking about what we're watching and what the stats show. What the stats show, they say one thing, okay, and then what watching the game says one thing, and then there's a whole other thing where people talk from their imagination. You know, their imagination says another thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the bullshit. Can anyone pass to the man? Pass to what man? So pass. If you want to pass to Mitchell Robinson, what's he gonna do? Yes, what Mitch don't do. We agree Hartenstein is a good player. He is a good player, yeah, but why do we have to say, oh, but he does this, he does that, he does that? Why can't we just look at somebody as a good player? Hartenstein is a good player. You know what I'm saying? But why do we have to say, well, Mitch is better in this situation than blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Okay, now it starts to get into I prefer, and now we're starting to get into like what do you call fanboy stuff? You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't have a jersey. That's why I have a jersey, because I'm not fanning for these guys. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was laughing so hard. Because you know, people like to cap for Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson's not worth the argument. He's not worth the conversation. You know, talking about RJ, and you need to get the ball to RJ. You know, watching these games, watching RJ score. RJ got 21 points. No, what does he have? RJ has 20 points tonight. It's the worst 20-point game I've ever seen. You know, he's saying he's a volume scorer. You know what I'm saying? He's not creating his offense. Whenever he tries to create his offense, it's atrocious. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Julius Randle is better, because he's not. He's the same. You know what I'm saying? Not one person's not better than the other. People say, God, I want Julius off this team. But RJ is doing exactly what Julius is doing. You know, Julius has the issue with his anger and stuff like that. So that's one thing. But RJ, he doesn't get mad, but he still does the same stupid things. You know, he made a spin move not too long ago. I almost had a heart attack. You know, to nowhere, and then he's like, whoa, you know, like he don't know what to do. So I mean, RJ and Julius are the same player, but people want Julius off the team, but they want RJ to get more and more shots. It doesn't make any sense. It's really just imagination. You're in your imagination coming up with your own conclusions and stuff like that. Your fantasy. This is your fantasy. It's like a wet dream. You know what I'm saying? It's what you think. It's what you have in your imagination, what your imagination wants. You know what I'm saying? But watch the games and you see what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? We got a poopy boy here. I see that. I don't know if that's from the Philippines. I don't know. You were giggling about Mitch's defense. Listen, I wasn't talking about. I wasn't giggling about Mitch's defense. I was giggling about how people like to argue about that. Like that's a fight. It's ridiculous. Mitch Robinson's not in the game right now, so we're up 103-80. Who cares about Mitchell Robinson? He's not playing. You know what I'm saying? Mitchell Robinson is not doing anything to help us tonight. You know what I'm saying? So why are we arguing about Mitchell Robinson? You know what I'm saying? Because, oh, man, I can't wait till Mitchell Robinson comes back. You know? RJ shot well tonight, stats-wise. No, he did not. If you're watching the game, he got volume scoring. He scores a lot in transition, which helps out a lot. But him creating his own shot is atrocious, man. Just like Julius. You know, Julius is the same way. You know, I'm not bigging up one person from the other. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to watch the game and lie. You know, RJ scored 20, I said 29 or 28 the last game against Boston. It was atrocious. Okay, because a lot of he might have scored 29, but he single-handedly gave up like 2 or 3 7-0, 10-0 runs. Okay, that made the Celtics beat us the other night. You know, because if he misses a shot, he goes off the rim. So the Celtics ran a fast break and scored. You know what I'm saying? And then the momentum shifts now. Now all of a sudden, you know, they score 7 straight points. You know, 10 straight points unanswered. And Tom Thibodeau can't call the timeout quick enough because the possessions go so fast that you can't believe what you're watching. You know, so I mean that is the real. That is realistic. You know, not anything that anybody else is saying. $103-85. You know, it's crazy. Like people are still talking about Fournier. Oh, why is Fournier on the team? Fournier is on the team still because Quentin Grimes is hurt. I bet you if Quentin Grimes is hurt, Fournier would not be playing right now because of the way that Tom Thibodeau the way he showed us already. He started Quentin Grimes, for Christ's sake. Quentin Grimes is ready to play, and he started him, and he benched Fournier. When Quentin Grimes came back, he benched Fournier. So that tells you right there. If Quentin Grimes was healthy and his ankle was good, he will be starting. Quentin Grimes will be starting, and Fournier might not even be playing. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. You know, but I mean, you know, Quentin Grimes is hurt, so nothing you could do about it. You know, so Fournier is going to play. But why does that always have to be the same argument every night? You know, the same argument. You know, oh, I need to get that guy out of here. He's a turnstile. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Look at it. Randall, forget I'm out. Man, get the fuck out of here. You know what? Bye. If you didn't leave, I hope you're gone now. I'm trying to talk to you nicely, but Randall. That's all you heard, right? If that's all you heard, if all you heard was Randall, that means you need to get RJ's dick out your ear. You know what I'm saying? Or if all you keep hearing is Mitchell Robinson's defense is not good, then take Mitchell Robinson's dick out your ear, and then maybe you can hear what I'm saying there. He's definitely in a better mood this year. Oh, yeah. Nick Yak was blocked for 5 minutes. What is Grimes' injury? I don't know. You know, so I mean, like, hey, doc. Yeah, like Mike is a doctor, right? So I mean, I'm thinking like if you turn your ankle, you know, there's so many different ways to turn your ankle. It could be a high ankle sprain, low ankle sprain. You know what I'm saying? It could be soft tissue in the middle, which doesn't feel good, or it could be high ankle. You know what I'm saying? When you have that stiffness, man, that just won't go away. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, you could ride the bike, you could play with your kids, you can go for sprints and stuff like that. But once you start playing basketball, it just doesn't feel good, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure a lot of people have been there. It's not explainable. You can't explain it. You really don't know what it is. You know, so that's what I'm thinking that Quentin Grimes is. It's one of those over workout injuries. Because I mean, you can shoot around all day long. You know, but once you start playing full court, then you start feeling weird stuff in your foot. That's what I'm thinking. Because, I mean, right now, I can go to a gym and shoot around by myself. Am I going to play a full court? No. You know what I'm saying? Even if I get myself into shape where I think I can run a full court, if I run a full court, I might really hurt myself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a whole different thing to run a full court. You can run a full court, let's say, with me and a bunch of guys that look like me, but you can't run full court against like some of the greatest basketball players in the world. It's a whole different story. So my thing with Quentin Grimes, I think that he'll be able to come back from this. In the meantime, the Minnesota Timberwolves are doing a great job here pressing the Knicks, because the Knicks are losing a little bit, even though we're still up by a lot. RJ passed over to quickly on the right hand side. He misses it. Obi Toppin gets the rebound. He pumps and then bangs himself inside for no reason when he should have just pulled up. But are they gonna call a foul, or it's gonna be just out of bounds on the Knicks? Yeah, Obi just got to shoot that. I think Obi IQ just told Obi to shoot it. Yeah, he caught it, bounced it, and went in for no reason. So quickly had to get it up because late the shot clock. Shout out to they're playing hot potato there. So I mean, Brunson was able to get the rebound now, but it went out of bounds. It was like a half court violation. So Ebro, I'm sick and tired of hearing that about Evan Fournier. Yeah, man, I'm sick and tired of it too. Evan Fournier's not playing a lot of minutes right now. How much does he have right now? Right now, Evan Fournier got benched. So he got benched. Evan Fournier played 12 minutes. What do you expect out of that guy? Fournier at this point of his career, on this roster, he should be playing 12 minutes. It sucks. It sucks for him because he's just turned 30. His career's not over. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the Knicks and what the Knicks are trying to do, like playing Fournier a lot of minutes right now, like I said, I was rooting for him, because I feel like we need to set the table to get the ball out of Julius Randle's hand. That's the only reason why I vouched for Fournier to start. But Fournier's just not it. So watch that score. It's starting to get close now. We get Minnesota Timberwolves are tapping on the door to get it to within 10 points. So we got 105-91, 9 minutes and 21 seconds. So I mean, if Minnesota is looking to win this game or come back, within if they can cut this to 10 within like the next 2 minutes or so before crunch time hits, then the Knicks are going to be in trouble. We're going to have a ball game. If they can cut it to 10 within the next 2 minutes, then it's a ball game. Right now, the Knicks are not playing well. They're playing very out of control. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Timberwolves got a big three. Karl Anthony Towns is on the bench right now. You got Anthony Edwards doing his little dribble, pushing RJ in his neck, drives. Hartenstein with the good defense there. Shout out to Nick Nyak if he's still watching. Hartenstein plays good defense. He was able to get the rebound back. Foul on RJ. So, I mean, they're doing their thing. They're trying to come back. They're doing what they got to do. So eating the clock is good for Minnesota. You got to eat at this point, you want the clock to disappear because you want the Knicks to keep playing bad. So here we go. Naz Reid got a chance to cut the lead to 12. So he shoots the first one, misses it. Man, if Minnesota was coming back, that's what they need. Now, Julius Randle's coming in. He's coming in from Hartenstein. So we're going to play small ball now. So shout out to Sims. Sims looked like he was getting up to get in, but they called Julius to come in. So we got Obi and Julius with 8 minutes and 55 seconds left. So this is interesting here. Some of these guys have been out there for a little bit too long. You got Brunson dribbling, being guarded by Austin. Picked by Julius. Back to Julius, top of the key, over to Quickly. Quickly got it looking around, gives it back to Julius. Julius fakes a pull-up, drives, step back, pull up, three-point shot in the corner. He makes it. Man, you want to talk about somebody hot today? Julius Randle's trying to clean up his record in one night. My man, 5 for 6 from 3. I think it's more than that. No. Julius Randle's 7 for 11 right now from 3. It was Naz Reid doing not Naz Reid. That was Prince doing a good job getting on the inside, trying to get some fouls there. He overpowered Obi on the drive there. Goes quickly. See, Julius Randle not doing too much, being able to shoot within rhythm. That's exactly what you need. I don't like him there trying to do a crossover and pushing guys on their butt to get them out the way. I don't know about that. He's doing way too much. It was Anthony Edwards tiptoeing, step back, way back, looking to go one-on-one, just pulls up. That's his patented move. He likes to step back, and then dribble twice and then pull up. He likes to do that. He goes quickly into Julius Randle being guarded by number 1. I mean, too many dribbles, man. The guy has no moves. Cross court pass to Obi, almost stolen. Here goes Brunson. Wow, with a 3-point shot to continue the bleeding. So it was 108 to 92. So even though Minnesota was trying to come back, a couple missed opportunities at the free throw line, a couple missed opportunities passing and scoring wise, and the Knicks were able to jump ahead a little bit. So we're able to keep them away for the time being. Right now the score is 111 to 92, and we're still doing good, man. We're still doing good at the moment. It's back to 19. So I mean, the Minnesota Timberwolves was very dangerous to get in below 10 just now. But they're just not playing well. They're not playing well at all. You want to talk about making decisions? Maybe they should bring in Towns. They should have brought in Towns at that point. But I guess they're trying to save Towns for now. Because right now we're 7 or on the clock that I'm looking at on my phone here. It's 7 minutes and 52 seconds left. So around that time, it's about crunch time. So if you want to try to win the game, you got to get Towns in there. So I don't know what they're holding Towns for. Towns is their number one scorer. So if Towns is going to be that guy, you need to put him out there. It ain't nothing for a number one scorer or your number one player to play heavy minutes. So I mean, what does Towns have right now? Karl Anthony Towns has already played 33 minutes. So I guess maybe they're trying to keep his minutes down. But if they're trying to win this game, a few minutes ago would have been a good time to put Karl Anthony Towns in, because that might have been able to push up the lead. But I don't think Minnesota Timberwolves are trying to win. I think they're just trying to survive. But still a lot of time, man. A lot of time. 7 minutes and 55 seconds. I think the Knicks already did that this year, right? Against Philly, we were losing, and then we ended up coming back, right? Coming back and beating Philly, which in a game that we shouldn't have won. So it goes both ways. Some games we should have won, some games we shouldn't have won. So you take the good and take the bad. You take them all, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. Oh my God! If we win the lottery this year, I trade the pick for a bunch of picks. Listen, man, if we win the Powerball tonight, boy, we all rich, baby. Listen, Mike K, Geraldine. You're talking about Kareem Grant. I am Jarrell. You know what I'm saying? If I win the Powerball tonight, expect a phone call from me, or expect an email or something from me, or a DM. Expect a slide in of the DMs from me. Okay? Protect my people, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. What are you talking about, Miss Geraldine? But he's a team player. He does other things on the court that won't show up in the box score. That's Evan Fournier. All right? I believe it. I believe that. Evan Fournier, even Evan Fournier getting benched, coming off the bench, is still good. It's good to have a player of that caliber coming off the bench. Worldwide player known for around the world, on France for playing well. You need those type of players to succeed in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So if Fournier's off the bench, that's still good for us. But the Knicks have to start thinking about what's the next move now. Because we can see what we got. We can see what's brewing here. But we have to make a decision to figure out what's next for us. RJ, wide open 3-point shot to nowhere. That's who was going to make it. But RJ got 20 points, man. So, all praise due. Read over to Doc Rivers, boy. Gives it to Towns. See what I'm saying here? As the coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves, when they had the lead going there, that should have been the time they brought Towns in. They brought it, the Timberwolves was able to get it to 12. So that was the time they should have brought Towns in. They brought him in a little bit too late. So now here we go. Towns has it going for himself there. So they weren't able to take advantage of his scoring ability. Well, Julius Randle just pulls up. Wow, he almost knocked that down. He had to get it up. Shot clock was down. He goes, D'Angelo Russell just pulls it up in transition. Bad shot. These motherfuckers ain't trying to win this. So, I mean, this might be it. This might be really it for the Knicks right now. Finally, we'll be able to get a nice clean win against the Timberwolves. I was feeling shaky about this game, because I could see this game if Minnesota Big Three came out to play, which they did not. They did not come out to play. So if they did, then it would have gave us a shot to win this game. I mean, them to win this game. But for these guys to play this way in their home court, I mean, they're just not playing well. Nobody's paying attention. There's no cohesiveness, There's no chemistry with this group. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have that chemistry. They're just kind of playing pickup. Just now, Karl Anthony Towns just threw the ball inside to Austin Rivers, surrounded by Knicks players. It's like, these guys are just not. They don't got it. They don't got it. I feel bad. I feel bad for Minnesota's fans. They were an expansion team in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? They had some good times with Kevin Garnett. When Kevin Garnett left, they didn't really have much. Karl Anthony Towns won a couple times in his tenure, with Anthony Wiggins and stuff. They got to the playoffs a couple times. But they're a franchise that just, all messed up, man. They just never have made good decisions in Minnesota. Stephon Marbury, you can't blame them for that. But they traded Marbury. They traded Ray Allen for Marbury. You know what I'm saying? Because they were trying to get the point guard with Kevin Garnett. But they didn't let that. They weren't able to sell that to Marbury because Marbury didn't want to play in Minnesota. It's unfortunate. You got to do your work, man. You got to know that Marbury wasn't going to play in Minnesota. He's from New York, so why would you trade Ray Allen for him? Why not just draft him? Why not just draft Ray Allen and stay with him? Maybe things would have been different. Maybe Ray Allen, because Ray Allen, quiet as kept, got sent to the Celtics, and Kevin Garnett made it to the Celtics also. So look at that. They were able to win a championship together. So listen to that. Listen to that shit. Ray Allen got drafted and was traded for Marbury, right? And Ray Allen could have stayed in Minnesota with Kevin Garnett, and maybe something special would have happened back then if they would have kept it like that. It's funny how time goes, right? It's funny how if one little thing would have changed, it could change the whole course of history. So that's interesting, man. Yeah, RJ's ugly, man. He'll hit like a nice 3-point shot, wide open. He'll get a nice good dunk on the drive, and then he'll shoot two more 3-pointers, and miss everything, and then of course the other team will go on a fast break twice, He'll drive and get a layup on one time, and then he'll drive, and then it'll just look like a crash dummy, He goes Minnesota on a nice fast break there. Karl Anthony Towns, so they didn't do a good job of getting their best player in there at the right time for to crack the momentum. Or momentum, like I said, Jarrell don't like the word momentum, but crack the whatever the Knicks were doing, stop whatever the Knicks were doing. That would have been enough to jolt the Knicks because the Knicks are not that good. So if the Knicks got jolted a little bit, if they put Towns on a little earlier, maybe it will be a ball game right now. Let me see. Yeah, bro. Salute. Hey, Shaw Powers, man. You late. What's good, man? Mr. Shaw. Yeah, when I saw you, man, I said we got to do something together, man. Like I said, I'm back to work now, so we got to try to figure it out on the evening how we could do that. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice to kick it with you on the song, on these podcasts and stuff. Salute to Shaw. Cool ass motherfucker, Mr. Shaw. Yeah, man. So I just don't want to talk about this game no more. 4 minutes and 37 seconds on this clock. I'm still behind here. It's so bad. I feel like just showing the game, just showing the game, and don't even worry about copyright strike or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Just let it happen, just as long as my people get to watch the game a little bit. So that's why I like to do these watch-alongs, because people get to see my opinion about stuff. Because what's weird though, because like a certain amount of people come to watch these games. Right now it's kind of late, so a lot of people are not really coming in to watch because it's like 11:22 right now. So a lot of people are not. They don't want to stay up to watch the Timberwolves. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's gonna waste their time. You know what I'm saying? But people do come back to watch the replay, which is interesting. The last game, I want to say maybe at the end of the game, maybe I had like 300 people by the end of the night. But then fast forward, I think there's about damn near 1,000 people that actually went back, to watch the video. So it's interesting, man. I hope the people that pop in and listen, they hear some of the stuff that I be saying, and they get a kick out of it, hopefully. Like I said, I'm chopping up that laughing spree that I had earlier. I'm gonna chop that up, and I'm gonna post that as a short, maybe. A minute short of me laughing at the dumb shit people say, man. This is ridiculous. Yeah, maybe I might just keep it in its entirety, so people can see the nonsense that's going over here at Die Hard Knicks podcast. Brooklyn Butch is another one. Salute to Butch, Brooklyn Butch, man. Salute to Butch, no doubt about it. Yeah, Aura. I think it's called Aura. There's a long A there. 111 to 96. RJ Barrett, 7 for 17. That looks like a volume score to me, guys, right? So he's a volume scorer. He's a good kid. I can say he's a volume scorer and still say he's a good kid. RJ Barrett seems like he's a good guy. Gives me Bill Cosby vibes, though. But he still looks like a good dude. Uptown Saturday night looking ass. When are they going to give RJ Barrett the ball so he can shoot the free throw? When? When are they going to do it? They finally gave it to him. First shot is up. Is good. RJ Barrett's free throw shooting has been really good this year, man. He's been shooting it a lot better out, I got to say. 5 for 6 tonight. That's great, Let's see if he's going to make the next one. He makes that one, too. So RJ's doing a good job shooting free throws and stuff. So certain things are getting better. I'm with it. Every year you get better. Every year you get better. Okay, cool. But, I mean, when is he going to be able to make a layup? You know what I'm saying? When is he ever going to be able to create his own shot? 8 years down the line, like in year 8. He's already in year 4. Wait till year 5, year 6 when he'll add something else. It's like ridiculous. Like, we're not playing Legos. It's crazy. I'm not building my Funko Pop collection, for Christ's sake, I mean, Julius Randle almost got a turnover there, stuck it into RJ. RJ's going to nowhere. The Knicks offense are kind of in disarray. Obi Toppin can't create. He had to get the shot up because the shot clock was down. So bad position for the Knicks. 113 to 96. I'm not good at math, guys, but it looks like Minnesota's still chipping away here. 3 minutes and 52 seconds on this clock. Still plenty of time here. But we're gonna lose 22 seconds. And it's still going to be the same score. So Minnesota is not trying to win. They're just trying to create a sweat. They got several players on their roster that are pretty good. Shout out to number 5 there. That's Anderson. He's decent. Anthony Edwards, is who he is too. Austin Rivers is he's terrible. RJ driving to nowhere. He drives. You want to talk about Julius Randle driving into 3 defenders? RJ just drove on 3 defenders just now to nowhere. No shot. No shot of it going in. Unbelievable. Okay, I see Shaw left me a message. Okay, cool. See, Mikey, some of these Timberwolves players are weird looking dudes. Yeah, man, the whole roster's weird. There's nothing to do in Minnesota. So I wouldn't be surprised if they gave these Minnesota players a piss test. You know what I'm saying? That it will come up all kind of dirty, man. You know what I'm saying? What is there to do in Minnesota? It's like it's like boring out there, I've never been. I know a young lady that moved out there and she loved it. I had an opportunity to go visit her, but I'm married now, so I can't be going to go visit young ladies anymore. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're friends, this doesn't look good to go visit a young lady somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to visit Minnesota. Maybe me and my wife can make it out there. I would like to drive. I like to drive through the middle of the country to see what's going on out there. Because when people say stuff, but you kind of want to see it for yourself. And then, like I said, I love to meet people, and I love for them to find out where I'm from, and they'd be like, "What the fuck you doing over here?" Yeah, man. Oh, I heard this about that. Oh, you did? What do you think now? What do you think now about meeting somebody from there? Now you have a different opinion. You got to be an ambassador of where you're from. Keep that in mind. You got to be ambassador of wherever you claim, whatever you feel like that you belong to or you claim to be. You got to be an ambassador for those places. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody's here for any philosophy, but listen, man. If you're from Brooklyn and if you're from a bad area growing up, if you're from the hood, quote unquote. When somebody meets you, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that's the stereotype for the hood. You know what I'm saying? As you grow up, hopefully you can grow and get rid of certain negativity about your personality and grow, man. Don't just be like another person or try to emulate another group of people. Still be true to yourself, but you just grow as a human being, as a grown up. You know what I'm saying? And kill stereotypes, man. Man, is that Julius? Is that Julius again? or RJ. Somebody just shot a three there just now. Julius Randle got 8 threes, 8 for 13, man. He's gonna kill his 3-point percentage, man. He's shooting 20-something%. You got to get those numbers up, huh? So I guess today's the day. 3 minutes left, man. Can't wait till this game is over. 116-98. Knicks are up by 18 if my math is good. You got Jalen Brunson posting up. D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell looks like he just needs to go. He just wants to get out of here. He's playing good defense there on Brunson, but not really doing nothing because he didn't steal the ball yet. Look, Brunson takes it all the way to the rim, looking for the referee to give him something, but they didn't. Well, D'Angelo Russell playing all that hard defense, and Brunson was still able to get all the way at the rim. Look at Anderson. That was a nice move for Anderson, getting all the way to the rim like that. 116-110. Obi Toppin calling out a play. Top of the key. Oh, shout out to Brunson. Yo, Brunson is a cool dude, man. All right, so you saw that kung fu fight on the day before. So Brunson is like, you want to kung fu fight me? I'm taking you all the way to the basket, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to kung fu fight me again? I'm going to throw you to the floor, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And what happened? D'Angelo Russell, go sit your ass on the bench. Trash bag. Oh, my God. Even, you want to talk about weird guys? You want to talk about weird guys? Mike K? What's the name? D'Angelo Russell's hair, man. It looks like disheveled, man. You know, all the guys they look crazy. They look like they haven't slept. Like all they did was drink last night. Yeah, I wouldn't be, like if later on, you know how when in the Last Dance, right? When Michael Jordan was talking about his early years in Chicago, how they were saying the guys were doing drugs and stuff like that. Guys were drinking in the locker room, smoking cigarettes and that type of stuff. I wouldn't put it past it if like maybe like 10 years from now, 15 years, 20 years from now, people talk about this era and say, yo, man, these guys were drinking lean in the locker room in the halftime. I wouldn't put it past it. Doing stuff they weren't supposed to do. Guys really didn't give a fuck. Really didn't care. How bad is that, man? Like you're around people that just don't care. Like you care, but they don't care. And like you're upset about about certain stuff, and the other people just don't give a damn. That's tough, man. That's tough to be around people like that. It's like, get me off this team, but then you have to be professional. It's a professional league, so you got to be professional. So it's tough, man. It's really tough to deal with that. Definitely. Anthony Edwards is injured in some kind of weird way. Not the same guy. Yeah, he looks off, man. Like shout out to Anthony Towns again. Like he was talking about his nutrition. So I mean, if you look at Anthony Edwards, he looks like somebody that doesn't eat well. He's been in the league long enough for him not to look like that physically. He doesn't look like he takes care of his body. He doesn't look like he cares about increasing his fitness. Like he's just content with just being that guy, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's built to be that guy to win. Not everybody's built like that. But it sucks being around people like that, though. If you really care, it sucks being around people that don't. Definitely bad, man. I like to meet girls. Yeah, I like to meet girls too. I like to meet girls, but I also like to live here too. I like this. I like this place where I live. And this place that my wife lets me live. She lets me live with her. She lets me see my kids every day, without any complaint. So I like to meet girls, man, but that's like I say. Well, under my wife's supervision. How about that? Under my wife's supervision. So I'm in the Bronx. My posse in the Bronx is thick. I mean, Shaw, man, I want this game to end, man. This game, I need it to end. 51 seconds left on the clock here. Let's see what's going on with the Yahoo clock. With the Yahoo clock, I can't really see it. Let me see here. We're at 19 seconds on the Yahoo clock. So I think I'm gonna call it a night as soon as this. Oh, that's it. End of the fourth. So I still got 46 seconds left on this clock, man. Not tonight. Because 46 seconds on this clock and the score didn't change, 120 to 107. That's it. I'm out of here. There's no need to watch the last 35 seconds of this game. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm clicking MSG go off, And that's the end of that night, man. So the Knicks win 120 to 107. What a game here, man. So I mean, I got to get a lot of stuff off my chest in the beginning of the podcast. So if anybody missed that, I was talking about some stuff, maybe the whole first half of the game. I didn't really talk about the game. I missed actually the first half of the first quarter, but I did catch the end of the first quarter, 5 minutes of the first quarter, and then the whole second quarter. So during that time, I didn't really talk much about what was happening on the court there. So anybody's interested in watching what I have to say there, please check it out, and hit me in the DMs or whatever, or not. You don't have to do anything, but it is what it is, man. Some things need to get aired out, and people have their opinion. They say things on their platform. I gotta say my thing on my platform. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully the people that are friends that enjoy one pod can hear what their opinion. People that enjoy what I do can listen to my opinion, and hopefully you can come to some kind of conclusion. Hopefully a positive one. About this stuff. I was certain that Taurean Prince was related to Tayshaun Prince. Me too. Because their faces look exactly. They look. I'm telling you, man. They do have the same last name, so you never know. They might have some. Like if they do 23andMe, I wouldn't be surprised that they had a percentage of relation between each other. Because they definitely do have the elongated face, the long, weird, wiry arms, and the way that they walk, kind of. It's very similar. You never know. When we see Kareem Grant, Russell's hair looks like Nick Young's haircut. Yeah, I get it, man. Good show. Thanks, Jerome. Thanks for coming in there. 5-5, not so bad. Yeah, listen, we're mediocre, man. Being mediocre is fine. So I could deal with that. These bad losses, it makes you mad and stuff like that. But people want to debate little shit. That's why I was like bugging out. At one point when I was just laughing, I freaking lost it because it's so funny how people just want to argue all day long about the same dumb shit all the time. It's like, come on, man. When are you going to get off it? Because that is not the reason why we are. The truth is that we are not good. We are not a good team. Mediocre, playing team, that's where we are. So we can stand our head on that, but I'm not going to say anything more than that. Or like I say, if you believe that the Knicks are a playing team, so what the fuck you arguing? What you arguing? We are a playing team, so what are you arguing about? If you bench the guy that you don't like and start the guy that you do like, we're still going to be the same mediocre team. We're not going to get better. And a lot of people want their favorite player to play. I don't care if we win. That's garbage. Yeah, that's just garbage. This is a sucker way to live, man. So anyway, enjoy the night, guys. 120 to 107. It's a good night there. I'm back to work tomorrow, man. So, I'm kind of depressed about it. I don't want to go back to work. Thank you for not hitting the thumbs up and stuff like that because congratulations, I'm not free. So if anybody wants to vote, please do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's election day. So get to the polls and do what you do. The Knicks play again on Wednesday. We play away again still, but thank God we play against the Nets 7:30. So we're basically going to be at home 7:30 against the Nets. Should be a good game, man, on Wednesday, man. I'll definitely be here. Shout out to Veterans Day. Veterans Day is that true? Veterans Day is the 11th. Wow, Veterans Day is here already on November 11th against the Pistons. So no school for the kids. Is it going to be an early game? No, regular time 7:30. So anyway, we got a good week this week, man. We play against Brooklyn in Brooklyn, which should be fun. And then we play Detroit. So we got two games that we can win. They're primed to win. Kyrie's not there for obvious reasons, guys. Durant is there. The rest of the team is just mediocre. The Pistons are who they are. So we might be able to get 2 wins out of there. So if we finish the week, say 7-5, that's great. But more than likely we're probably going to finish the week 6-6. Back to, what I'm saying, back to being mediocre, which is not that bad. It's not bad. It's not nothing you can say, hey, Mom, we're 5-5. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. So anyway, your boy Eru was out. Like I said, I got ideas to put more content and stuff, man. But I will eventually, if I can get myself to it, man. But I'm back to work. My foot is back, ready to go. I'm gonna be doing my thing, and the content will change a little bit because I'm gonna adapt to the new hours and stuff. And just please subscribe, check out the community tab, and you'll be able to figure out when I'm doing stuff, man. So anyway, thank you guys for supporting the podcast. Please be good to each other. If you're mad and you don't understand something, please ask questions, do your own research, whatever. Make friends. It's better to make friends than to make enemies. You know what I'm saying? You have your people. Other people have their people too, but sometimes maybe we need to talk to the other people, so we can find out something else. You know what I'm saying? Be good to each other. You know what I'm trying to say? Somebody 13 3-pointers attempted by Randall and hitting 8 is an aberration. So if it's shot, I don't know. Because if he shot normal percentages, we would have 9 less points, making the game more competitive. Hey, Ashley, that's crazy, Ashley. That's crazy, bro. You know. So if was a fifth, we all be drunk. Isn't that the quote? So why can't we just enjoy the game? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we just enjoy what happened? Rather than talking to fantasy. Well, bye. 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 I really can't find the thing. I'll see you guys later. All right. Peace. I got it. Peace, guys.